This midday, we have some election results to share with you out of Allen and Simpson counties, a very contested race for Commonwealth Attorney in the 49th Judicial District. It was a close race. Corey Morgan defeated incumbent Clint Willis with 51% of the vote. This race was one of the most prominent in that area, especially since Willis was handling the Timothy Madden trial. And this midday, we are talking to a Warren County event venue who has pushed to get that wet, dry vote on the ballot, gathering enough signatures on a petition to allow it to come up for vote. It did pass with 74% support. The county clerk and judge executive are expected to sign off on it today, and the county will become wet 60 days from today. And joining us this morning is 13 News Sports Director Mike Cleff. We do have that update on Hilltopper football. Big news story this morning that Coach Mike Sanford has been let go from his head coaching position. Was this something that we saw coming? I know the team only had 3 wins this year, but 2 of those wins were the last 2 games of the season. We sort of saw the team on a roll, so to speak. And Chris, we are just an hour away from learning who will be the new head football coach at WKU. That announcement set for noon today. 13 Sports Director Mike Cleff is live at Houchin-Smith Stadium. Hey, Mike. Tomorrow in Bowling Green, a Grammy-winning rock band with Bowling Green roots performs at WKU. And it started with WKU President Timothy Caboni tweeting this.
I got out on the road, so.
Yeah, I bet. And so Tell Me I'm Pretty was so well received, won a Grammy. Do you feel pressure for the next project? Like, oh man, we got to raise the bar. We have to exceed expectations. Now, most of you will recognize our next guest from those Travago commercials.
Searching for hours and spending too much. Just go to Travago.
Tim Williams has also appeared in the 90s show, My So-Called Life, also Law & Order, The Sopranos, and Strong Medicine, but most recently for 16 years working in TV and film in Berlin, Germany. Today, Tim is going back to his roots as a kid in Houston, Texas, performing country music. Do you get that when you talk to people, they're like, what, the Travago guy is a country music singer?
Yeah.
We are hearing reports of a shooting in Allen County. We do have a reporter on the way to the scene. Police are investigating a fatal shooting at Central Michigan University. 2 people have died in a dormitory. Police say they are not students. The school reported the incident on its website and Twitter account. Police are looking for a 19-year-old suspect who is considered armed and dangerous. According to police, schools in the area, the university, and all city buildings are on lockdown. Students say they received a robocall this morning from the university alerting them about that shooting. And this midday, we do begin with breaking news from WKU Athletics. Women's basketball coach Michelle Clark-Hurd is leaving the Lady Topper program to take the head coach position at Cincinnati. 2-time Olympian and American gymnast Aly Raisman is officially suing the USOC and USA Gymnastics. Raisman says both organizations knew or should have known about the sexual abuse committed by former team doctor Larry Nassar. Her attorney released a statement accusing the committee and USA Gymnastics of a conspiracy to silence victims and to cover up the scandal. Raisman says she hopes that, quote, the legal process will hold them accountable and enable the change that is so desperately needed. There are a lot of cheating songs in country music, and we love them all. Your cheating heart, who's cheating who, before he cheats. But it's not so common for any of those songs to be about cheating yourself until Sarah Lawton came along. Welcome to Sarah and her new husband, Steven. Great to have you. So tell us what inspired Cheating on Me. Numbers we do like to see rising. The Mega Millions jackpot. It's now at $458 million. This is the 4th largest in the game's history, and you can win other prizes with your ticket too. Odds of winning something are 1 in 24. The Mega Millions drawing is tonight at 10 o'clock. Now, your kids are too young to play the lottery, but what other things do you let them do? How much unsupervised freedom do you give them? More on that next. This midday, we are learning President Trump may be open to changes to gun control legislation. We will explain in your midday news headlines. 4 people are dead after an apparent murder-suicide in a house fire in Bella Vista, California. A late Monday night for WKU basketball has turned into a thrilling Tuesday morning. The Tops were in Los Angeles late last night to face the Trojans of Southern California in a second-round NIT matchup. Lynn O'Keefe is a SkyPack board member. Tiffany Deaton is education coordinator at SkyPack, and we were just talking about where this film takes place. And tell us, Lynn, where that
Charlotte,
was.
North Carolina, a magnet school.
You may have a wreath on the front door. Your Christmas tree is up. North Pole radio on blast, but It's not really Christmas until PTK presents the best Christmas pageant ever. This midday, we have new details about the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Kensington Palace announcing today the couple has invited more than 2,600 people onto the grounds of Windsor Castle to share in the wedding festivities. Among those invited are local school children, charity workers, and members of the public. The invitees will be able to watch the arrivals of the bride and groom at St. George's Chapel, where the ceremony will take place May 19th. They will also see the newlyweds depart the castle on a carriage procession through the town of Windsor. Part of the fun of gift giving is the way you present your present. And Liz Bradley is here from Lulu's Fine Home Furnishings. Of course, you have impeccable taste. I always say that. And you wrap your gifts in a really classy and chic way. And they really add to the decor in your home.
Yes, that's right.
And so let's talk about the Rolling Stones, because here you have a band, longevity. They're a classic. It can be a struggle for bands to stay together through the years like that. Somebody gets mad, somebody wants to go solo, somebody gets, they don't like the fame anymore. I mean, what is the secret to staying together, continuing to create this music together? I don't know about you, but when I cook, I dirty up every pot, pan, and utensil in the kitchen, leading to chaos on my countertops and making the cleanup almost as much work as the meal prep. Well, today, Chef Michael Riggs has a recipe involving, you say it's one pan and one bowl.
One pan and one bowl.
Sisters Rachel and Emily Schmieder were with us back in October when we were getting ready for another holiday, Halloween, and they were about to perform at a special event for the Kiwanis Club, a charitable organization. Today, the Restless Duo back with us once again, performing a concert for charity. Tell us, Rachel, you have a benefit coming up a week from tonight. There is scientific evidence that nature has a profound impact on our brains and our behavior, reducing anxiety and stress and increasing creativity. But this time of year, we don't exactly want to be outside for long periods of time, so just bring the outdoors in. Jessica Broyles is here from Starry Fields Farm, bringing some Christmas cheer to our holiday table with fresh garland. This is so beautiful what you brought today. The Wind in the Willows is a children's novel first published in 1908. Kenneth Graham's wild tale about the thrill-seeking, lovable menace Mr. Toad is going from the page to the stage at Lindsey Wilson College later next week. Caitlin and Sharon are in the cast. Jeremy Cloyd is assistant to the director of theater. So Sharon, you know, security almost didn't let you in the building dressed like this. It was just last month that Jacqueline Batchelor was here to talk about a charity showcase she was hosting in Logan County on the 1st of this month. And we heard her sing one note and instantly invited her back to sing a Christmas song. And she so graciously agreed. Good to see you and Cy back with us as well.
It's great to be here.
Alpacas are native to South America. Bred specifically for their fiber, alpaca fiber is used for making knitted and woven items similar to wool, including blankets, sweaters, hats, gloves, and scarves. And you can learn all you want about alpacas and more this weekend at Alive and Fuzzy Alpaca Farm. Elaine and Sam are here with a couple from your farm. Now tell us who their names are, what their names are. Chad Singer is here from Lost River Cave, and so beautiful weather. We want families to get outside and enjoy what you have to offer this fall.
Yes, ma'am. We have the join us.
Yes, sometimes we take things for granted.
Absolutely.
That are where we live, right? And so this is a great opportunity for a little staycation. Shane thumb picking is a style of guitar playing that primarily emerged out of the coal mining communities of western Kentucky around the turn of the 20th century. A style made popular in the mid to late 20th century by Merle Travis, and Joe Hudson is executive director of the Merle Travis Music Center National Thumb Pickers Hall of Fame. You all have a big weekend coming up, right?
We do. Coming up this weekend, we're actually...
And Watts pled guilty to murder to avoid the death penalty. Shanann's parents are expected to speak at Watts' sentencing on November 19th. The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court to bypass lower courts and take up an immigration case. President Trump announced plans to end the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program in September of 2017. The Obama-era program gives deportation protection to some undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children. The administration's request was filed Monday. The government wants the High Court to bypass federal appeals courts and take up the case this term. The Solicitor General argues district judges were wrong to rule against the administration in the DACA case. The legal challenge concerns how the government decided to phase out the program. And the Girl Scouts organization is worried members will phase out from their programs and go to the Boy Scouts instead because of what they consider a misleading name change. That story when we come back.